Going into the 2001 season, John Sebastian Waugh set lofty heights, the #1 plate and the Canadian Championship. 6 moto wins later and epic battles throughout the course of the season, John Sebastian Waugh realized that goal. The #1 plate in Canada, the best rider in the country. But now the defense begins. John Sebastian Waugh will be defending his #1 plate against a host of arch rivals, including #2 Blair Morgan, his teammate, and the young up-and-comer, the deputy, Darcy Ledge. The goal, the ultimate prize in Canadian motocross racing, the #1 plate.
Well, the day has finally arrived for that man right there. #1, JSR, to finally navigate a track with the #1 plate in his motorcycle. Welcome to the 2002 Extreme Sports Series Canadian Motocross Championships. Mark Travers, Brian Coster. We're down in the middle of 250 practice. The intensity is way up. This place is a circus. We got live music, climbing walls, thousands of people all over the place. This is the place to be if you want to see motocross racing. Brian, set up round 1 for me, my friend.
Well, the teams are all new riders, new numbers. We've got riders from all over the world competing for the prestigious #1 plate in the 125 and 250 series here in Canada. What can you say? The nerves are high, intensity's high, tempers have been high. It's just awesome. Everyone is just fired right up.
Let's talk about the 8-round. Now, 8-round Canadian National Series, things are getting very tight. Points are going to be so hard to come by. You got to get up, you got to win motos, you got to place in the top 10 to get points. Let's quickly now go to our new trackside correspondent, formerly ranked high as #5, flying Ryan Gull.
This track is one of the most challenging in our Canadian National Series, and this is why. You think motocross, you think dirt. Well, here at Nanaimo, check this out. We got tons of rock, shale stuff, sharp edges that are going to be hitting these guys during the motos. Now, one of the most important keys to this place is going to be the starting line. Keep your eye on this, because the guys that are getting the bad starts are going to be getting hit with these in the head and the back, trying to come through the back of the pack. Another challenge is it's very, very hard here. So when these guys are watering it during the motos, it's going to be very, very slippery. So you're going to see these guys at the front of the pack being very precise, very smooth on the throttle, very in control. And that's why this place is going to offer some really great racing today.
Okay, Brian, let's find out who's racing for who. Returning to the Blackfoot team, Morgan and Waugh. Israel's in for the 250s, Craig, DeHaan, and Reef. Bye-bye.
Richmond Racing's Lange back in there. Holland, Klatt, Johnson, Fasciati, new hires. Craig Decker's out of there.
Big changeover for the Diablo Performance team. Returning is Allard Maximoff. Sprinkles out with an injury. But let's say hi to Dubé and DeHaan.
KTM Canada welcomes Smale back. It says hello to Treadwell, Dunn, and Sloboda. Dubé's out.
Complete makeover for the Coors Light Racing Suzuki, Fisher and Bogart in. Rickards hurt. Say goodbye to Treadwell, Gonzalez, and Johnson.
Pacific Yamaha welcomes Brad Hagseth and Brad McLean back. Chad Pedersen's the new man in town. Rusty Holland goes green.
And finally, the machine, John Nelson, likes Meslian Island again. In comes factory Phil Lawrence for the 250s. And say goodbye to Ryan Gull.
How important is it to you, John Sebastian Waugh, to repeat that #1 plate?
Personally, it is important. It's really important for the Blackfoot, Honda racing team. It's important for everybody who works hard in that team. My mechanic Andrew, that spent a lot of hours to get my bike ready. Jason Mitchell from Blackfoot Honda, Kevin Graham from Honda Canada. A lot of people are behind this team, so I have to go out there and try to win, do my best. We've got 8 rounds, which is 16 races. I'm going to go there to win, try to win.
All right, let's look at the 8 stops for the outdoor Nats this summer. Out west, 4 rounds, brand new track, the Whispering Pines Raceway in Kamloops. As we move east, it's Joliet, Pleasant Valley, and St. Julie that are new. We finish off with the Transcan.
As you can see, we're at the start of the first 125 moto. We've got all the top dogs on the line. Concrete starting pad, so the launch is going to be very key. With the shale surface here, start is so important. Sit back, enjoy it, crank it up. Here it comes. Brad, how's that #1 plate feel?
That feels good, I try to treat it like it's just any other number. I was talking to Buddy Antonez this week, and he goes, man, just treat it like it's any other number. He goes, it just means now that you belong up front. So that's kind of the way I'm taking it. I know I belong up front, and I proved that I could do it last year, and I'm just going to go out and hopefully I have luck on my side and try to do the best I can.
Here we go, Brian Travers and Costa in the booth. First 125 moto here from the Wastelands. This is the one that's going to start the whole season up. Good shot of Holland and Bogart as they prepare. There's new head referee, Dangerous Don, as he goes for the 30 board.
Yeah, this is going to be really intense. There's a good shot of Rusty and Hagseth. Dangerous to 5. Throttles are pinned. Who's going to get the whole shot?
And the gate is down, Brian. Looks like Hagseth gets a great jump coming to that first corner.
Lacey had a great jump out of the gate, but looks like Rusty has passed him into the first turn.
Holland underneath the bridge as he takes the lead. Looks like Lacey in second, Hagseth in third, and Tucker Hibbert in fourth place.
Yeah, Hibbert, newly crowned world snowcross champ, as Holland just rails the berms out here in Nanaimo.
Lacey putting on a good charge with that 4-stroke 250F. Look at Lacey on the outside, but Holland with some great drive in that corner.
Well, the first lap, they're really trying to put some distance on the pack here. And as you remember last year, Holland did really well in the 250s, leading each moto at one point.
Holland and Lacey through the rhythm section to the Coors Light corner. Look at Lacey on the inside. Man, Brian, he loves this track.
Rusty left the door open, went wide. Tiger has a lot of arena cross experience, as does Rusty. I don't know why he left the door open for young Tiger.
Into the dropway, through the bowl. Look at this. Hibbert's got some nice drives. He comes in for that right-hander. But look at Hagseth right on his heels.
Hagseth, last year's champ, loves this track. The conditions are perfect. Hibbert, though, is now pressuring Rusty.
Brian, let's remember, this is a 4-round 125 West championship. These guys got to go hard. This is a battle for second place.
Absolutely. These guys can't afford to have a bad moto with only 4 races, 8 motos in total. Every single moto is going to count for the championship.
Look at this. Hagseth on the inside for the block pass. Does he have Hibbert? No way, Suzuki. Great drive out of the corner.
Looks like Brad came in there a little too slow. And look at Hibbert looking back. That is a real insult to these other riders.
The boys have got to lay down a little mojo. Who's the boss dog out there? Right now, Tiger Lacey's in first place. He's got a huge lead, Brian.
Yeah, Tiger's on cruises. Hagseth takes Hibbert on the inside, showing that he is the motocross champion, not a snowcross champion.
That is an awesome corner. Did you see the way he went inside on Hibbert? Hibbert went wide. Look at this. Bogart has made up tons of time on Hibbert. We got a pair of Suzuki's coming to that left-hander. Oh, Hibbert just a little wide. Look at Bogart. Aggressive racing. He takes that position. The look back, Brian, again, coming in. Hibbert goes crossing over the inside block pass. Look at this racing, Brian. That is the best corner on the whole track, but Hibbert, no way, Bogart. These guys are all over the map. Bogey makes the pass on Hibbert.
How awesome. They're both Suzuki's. Here it is. Hibbert goes on the inside to try and steal Bogey's line. Almost takes Bogart out. He gets on the gas and out jumps Hibbert into the whoops. Look at that. Lands on the back wheel, keeps that front wheel lofted, and does a little extra wheelie. Makes it stick. Awesome riding for Bogart.
Well, it's impressive to see how guys are going through those whoops, especially in slow-mo, because you really got to hold your shot through. Brian, the KTM of Nicky Dunn with a great line through the whoops as he takes Eric Wanch.
Local boy Dunn moves into 7th as Hagseth moves on Holland to take 2nd place, out-jumping the Kawasaki rider, Mark.
He got some great drive up that straightaway, Brian. That 254 stroke is really hooking up. Look at this. Tiger Lacey in first place. There's nobody around him. Oh, look at that. Bogart gets by Holland. Holland's got to get some defense there, Brian.
Wow. I don't know if Rusty's got a problem. Bogart is riding awesome as we go down trackside with Ryan Gold and Big Ed Gutner.
Hey, Ed, we just saw Brad move into second. We just crossed the halfway point. You think he can move in? He was obviously the fastest in practice yesterday. Do you think he can move himself back up and catch up to Tiger by the end of the moto?
Well, Tiger's real tough here. Hopefully he can close in a little bit, but, you know, we're pretty content with second and then try to win the second moto. You know, we got 4 motos, so it's going to be a long day.
Cool. Good luck.
You know what, Brian? I'm surprised to hear him say that they're satisfied with second. That doesn't sound like Brad Hagseth to me.
Well, it's a big points race, and these guys are counting them. That just goes to show second's better than a DNF. Teammates, Klatt, Holland, Klatt with the advantage.
Did you see the way Rusty Holland knifed it on the inside? But I tell you what, Dusty Klatt, a lightning fast Canadian kid, had a handful of throttle there. He stayed on it in a big way.
Well, Holland's the leader of that team, and Klatt showing that he is a competitor. Look at this. Trevor Brooks down there in the back of the pack introduces himself to that Nanaimo trail.
Holland now has his hands full with Hibbert. Good line. Again, the look back by Holland. He's been doing it all day long. Hibbert goes inside, looks for the block pass. I tell you what, Holland on the throttle, Hibbert on the throttle through the whoops. Who's got the best line? Hibbert back on the saddle, moves into 5th.
That was a clean pass. He could have T-boned Rusty, but he opted for a nice clean move. Hibbert riding really well. Holland, though, retaliates on the inside through the Coors Can corner.
What a pass by Holland. I love the way those guys make that decision to knife dive in on the inside because you know that's the faster line. But Holland, you know what? This guy knows this track well. He did very well in 2001, but riding the 250s, Brad.
The club in Nanaimo has this track just prepped perfectly. There's some new sections here. They're coming into those new sections. The rhythm. Hibbert takes Holland. Can you believe it, Mark?
Well, it's all about line choice, and you see how Hibbert got on the inside. Look at this. Holland has to go wide. Great flat, although checks off to the side. No way. Hibbert on the gas. Makes the pass coming into that left-hander. But look at Holland not giving up at all. That's why we like the Rust Dog. That guy's aggressive.
Look at this now, though. Hagseth has caught up all that real estate on Lacey. I can't believe he's done it, Mark.
Same place that Hibbert got Holland. Let's see what happens. Lacey on the outside. He checks off. Hagseth with some great drive. He's going to go high into that corner. Does he have him? No, wait, look at this Tiger Lacey. I tell you what, Hagseth knows how to ride this track. He's a master at accelerating and braking. I love to see the way he rides.
He's forcing Tiger off the track, but giving him enough room. The lappers, I think, played a factor for Tiger. He was looking ahead as Hagseth on the choice line inside takes full advantage. Looks like it's all over for Tiger.
Well, he's made up some incredible ground. Let's talk about 20, maybe 30 seconds. So he's definitely on the gas. Here we are with number 108 for the Coors Light Racing Team. That's Charlie Bogart, comfortably in third. There's nobody around him. Back with Hagseth, who's on his final approach right now, his last lap. Look at this. Tiger Lacey, number 38, is not giving it up. He is going to run him all the way to the end as Hagseth takes that left-hander around the Coors Light can, getting ready to double it. It takes the checkered flag in the Harbor City Motorsports finish line. That's a great ride for that 250F pilot.
Brad Hagseth, not the start you wanted, but an unbelievable turn of events. I cannot believe you actually made up all that ground, Brad.
It was a long ways to go. Ty was riding awesome. I mean, I saw him get the whole shot. He was riding loose from the get-go. It was kind of muddy out there, so I was a little tight. I couldn't take any other lines other than the main line, you know, or I would lose time to the guys in front of me. So I just breathed and relaxed, and my Pacific Yamaha RG3 MVR motor, YZF 250 was awesome. Ed Gardner did a great job. I just put my head down, and once I got past Rusty, I just set my sights on Ty, and I don't know if he faded a little bit or if I just made up the ground, but he rode great. You know, my hat's off to the guy.
Well, there you go. Great way to start off this 2001 Extreme Sports Series. How about Hagseth making up all that ground on Lacey? Great ride for Klatt, Nicky Dunn in 7th, and Aaron Barr in 8th.
I'd like to take this time to introduce our newest staff member, Lindsay McLean. Lindsay, you're going to take an interview with Tiger.
Thanks, Brian. Tiger, you got off to the start you wanted, definitely. What happened? Brad got you about halfway through there.
Yeah, I started out pretty good. You know, I got Rusty off the bat and I was pumped. And then, you know, you just get a lead and you just start getting tight, you know, when you see those guys coming. And I didn't get winded or anything. I just, you know, kind of got tight out there.
I was feeling pretty good. The track's kind of hard packed with some slippery, wet corners and some like mud ruts with some real sharp edge bumps coming out of the corner. So it's a good track. I like it. I ride a lot of hard pack in Texas, so it's kind of similar to what I'm used to.
The big boys lining up for the first 250 from the Wastelands. Stick around, people. It is going to be intense. Blair was our champion in 97 and 99. What do you got to do to get that #1 plate back, Blair?
I think I just got to start off the season stronger. Had a little bad luck here last year. You know, end up 33rd coming out of this race. Gained no points at all. So I just want to come in this race. I want to win the races, but you know, if I get a top 3, I'll be happy with that.
Brian, been waiting for this moto since last year in August. Here we go. First 250 moto of the season from the Wastelands. Dangerous goes to 5. Riders are on the line, follows a pin, and the gate is down, Brian. Coming to that first corner, who's going to shat?
Looks like we've got a pair of Hondas. Dubé, Lockhart, DeHaan, and Chad Pedersen file through the top 4.
That's right, Brian. Number 235, Chad Pedersen, new pilot for the Pacific Yamaha team. Who else we have up there? Lance Smale on the KTM in 4th. And look at Dubé starting to pull away now on that CR 450F.
Big news for the Diablo Hondo team and Dubé. Ryan Lockhart, though, showing extremely well. Number 16 on another 450 in 2nd.
Well, Ryan Lockhart's had a good spring riding in the Ontario Series. This guy can get good starts. Look at this. He's up with the big boys right now, Brian.
This is a good good lesson for him. He's going to learn what it takes to run up front. There's a lot of pressure. I think his own worst enemy will be himself. We'll see how the training has gone for him in the offseason.
Well, talk about learning good lines. He's following Dubé. You know Dubé's going to pick good lines on this track, so great place to be in right now.
Dubé's a master, two-time Canadian champion, but you got to like Lance Smale. He was the fly in the ointment all last year. There he is, Superfly up into third.
The Superfly's riding that 450 KTM this year, not the 520 that he rode last year. Interesting for him. Darcy Lange now. He loves this track. Let's see the lines he's going to take on Pedersen. He goes inside, bar to bar.
Pedersen can only look over and watch him go by as Lockhart comes into the right-hander. He's got Lange all over him.
So very quickly, Darcy Lange is picking up the ground, and there with the inside line on the throttle, takes Lockhart and moves into third.
Textbook pass as Pedersen now pressuring Lockhart. Seems to be over-jumping him in the back rhythm section. And we've got Waugh. Look at that, Mark.
Jean-Sébastien Waugh at the back of this four-pack. Look at how tight these guys are. Coming into that left-hander. Pedersen on the inside. Does he have Lockhart? No way. Lockhart gets on the gas on that big four-banger, but Waugh is still in the mix. He is definitely the danger man. Oh, Pedersen just about bobbled there.
He bobbled, but he got by as Waugh on the 250 two-stroke out-jumps that 450 at Lockhart's. Waugh showing he's the danger man as they're going 3-4 abreast through the corners.
Great run for Waugh through the rhythm section, but let's not forget about number 189 riding for the Blackfoot team, the Chilean champion, Jeremiah Israel. He's hot in there too.
Yeah, nicknamed the Flying Chalupa. He's in the mix, but we've got Waugh. Pedersen inside, takes the pass. Pedersen can just look on.
Brian, why are there so many block passes? Is it because of those high bank corners? You're seeing them all over the place.
Absolutely, lots of lines out here. The corners are set up perfectly for a setup type pass. So great track as Israel tries to move on Pedersen, denied into the whoops. Pedersen riding well, but look at Israel on the gas. Oh, look at the legwork.
Brian,
look at the legwork on Israel.
Israel's got that four-banger, the new 450 CR. Look at this on the outside. He crosses over Pedersen. I love the way he knifed it on the inside, but no way. Israel had the throttle pinned.
Israel just flying around there. Beautiful style, though. Israel very impressive as Dubé under the hot seat from Smale.
The lead is so tight right now. Dubé in front. Number 6, you see that? The check back. I'm surprised that these guys are looking back so much during this race.
Yeah, they really are. Look at Smale. He doesn't like to be looked at. None of these guys like that look back. It's somewhat of an insult saying, hey, what's a big idea coming into my turf? I'm the better man.
Interesting note, Brian, pair of four-strokes up in front on this hard Nanaimo surface. Blair Morgan does not get a good start. He's in 12th right now.
He's riding well, though. He's a very fast, according to my watch, he's one of the faster riders on the track. We'll see where he is. Smale looks back. Lange coming on strong.
Lance opening the door. What's with the look back stalls the bike? He's got problems.
Obviously, and there goes Israel. He's lost only one position as Pedersen coming in. Smale manages to hack Pedersen off and gets that jump right away.
So Smale falls back to 5th. That puts Dubé still in 1st. That puts Lange in 2nd, and Jean-Sébastien Waugh is now in 3rd place.
On that patented crouch looks infallible. As Smale gets backed by Israel, that puts him back into 4th, though he has lost some real estate on the leaders.
Didn't take him long to get back in the mix. Now Pedersen is back up on Israel. Let's see the lines really railing those berms out there, Bri. Look at this. Pedersen on the gas with the look back again. There is something going on out there, Bri. It's happening all over the place.
Yeah, Israel bobbled in the corner, got the thick stuff, slowed him down. Pedersen just flew by. Look at this. 3 guys in midair at once. We've got the Hahn mounting a charge on Israel with factory Phil Lawrence, number 103 on that blue Yamaha, moved up into the mix.
Phil Lawrence is currently in 9th place, but look at this battle between another pair of four-strokes, Bri. Israel and DeHaan. Diablo against Machine. Look at Israel on the inside with a nice slide. Doug DeHaan, a very smooth, stylish rider. Love the way he handles this big bike, too. He goes wide, gets ready to cross up on the inside. Oh, look at this. They touch. There's a problem. Oh, DeHaan is down.
Oh, there's a look back involved. I don't think that was intentional on Israel's part. Here it is in super slow. Look at DeHaan up the inside. Gives Israel a bit of a nudge. Nowhere really for him to go. Israel looks back. DeHaan totally helpless when that front wheel gets caught like that. Notice how his inside leg paddling along down he goes. We'll see if he can get back up into the points.
All right, Jean-Sébastien Waugh, look at this. Darcy Lange and Waugh have made it all up on Dubé. No question about this. Darcy Lange on the inside, he takes Dubé. Dubé's got a problem, he's got a hand in the air, Brian. What's going on?
Dubé hand signaling, he's looking down. Waugh, he's opened the door, looking back, letting Waugh by. I can almost hear Dubé yelling, he has got a problem.
Dubé with some issues, we'll find out what the problem is. But right now that puts Darcy Lange in 1st place, Jean-Sébastien Waugh in 2nd with Lange just cruising through the whoops as he blasts by those lappers.
Lands in a league of his own through the whoops. There's Dubé. He's got the problem. He keeps landing on the back wheel. Smale relegates him to 4th. You know what, Mark? I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a flat tire. This track notorious as we go trackside with Dubé's mechanic.
All right, Chris, Dubé was right up front at the front there. What happened? Can you tell us, let us know what's going on?
He was way up there. The Honda's riding really good. Protect suspension running well. And it just appears he's got a front flat tire.
Right, you called it. Tell you what, this Nanaimo shale taking prisoners as usual. Remember 2000? Look at the checkoff between Israel and number 17, Chuck Mesley, riding for the machine racing team. Oh, Mesley rails the berm on the outside. Is he going to make the pass? Great line for Israel as he blocked Mesley coming into that corner.
Mesley way faster through that whole section. Israel showing his defensive skills, though. Took the line right away from Mesley. Now Mesley has to regroup and try a new place for a pass attempt.
Darcy Lange still out in front. Looks like he's got a few seconds on John Sebastian in second, who might be biding his time right now, Brian. Second place right now. Darcy Lange comfortable on this track.
Darcy's home track. Watt's got to be happy with second. It's very slippery out there. Doesn't want a costly mistake. As Morgan now challenging Pedersen for 4th place.
Morgan on the inside through the Coors can. Pedersen on the throttle. Another check back, Brian. You see that look? That's slowing them down. Morgan ready for the block. Does he have it? Sure does. Well executed pass.
9 times out of 10, when the guy looks back, they end up pass. These guys got to look forward, concentrate on what they're doing. Morgan into 4th place from a dismal start. This guy's on fire.
Oh, he is, no question about it. Very fast. Well, look at this. Surprise, surprise. John Sebastian has made it all up on Darcy Lange. He's not settling for second. That guy's going for the win.
Wow, I stand corrected. There's a bike length between these guys. Couple laps left. Look at Waugh on the gas in a serious way as Smale seems to be alone in 3rd.
Smale all by himself with that 4-stroke through the whoops. Just got to, yes we did, Brian, we just got to report that Waugh has gone down. Darcy Lange on his final approach now, all by himself in 1st place as he makes that left-hander around the Coors can. This kid is now the deputy, taking the checkered flag in the Harbor City Motorsports finish line.
Standing up in the middle there, and the fans are just going nuts. Can you hear them out there?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I hear them every lap, and it pumps me up pretty good. You know, to hear all my friends and family and all the fans cheering for me. I'm just glad I could win it for you, and hopefully we can do the next Moto 2.
Hometown hero Lance takes the win. Waugh, beautiful second. You got to be impressed though with the newcomers Pedersen and Lawrence as Mike Treadwell rounds on the top 10 with a broken finger.
Yeah, not bad start. I didn't practice much concrete start lately, so I was satisfied with the start. And just took me a little while to keep going, but halfway through my arm started pumping a little bit. I've been struggling with this for a month, but then through the end I did a little mistake up there on that ski jump. I missed it and I lost like 4 or 5 seconds, but 4 or 5 bike length. But you know, there's 15 more moto. That's just the beginning. I felt all right. I knew Darcy was going to be quick on this track. It's his own track, so I'm pretty pumped riding that speed. So.
National number 5, the Rust Dog, Rusty Holland. Different colors this year, my friend. Tell me what's going on.
Well, I joined the Richmond Motorsports team this year on Kawasaki's, and I'm super stoked to be here. And primarily riding the 125 class this year to try to take home the 125 West for these guys.
Stiff competition in the 125 West this season. Brian riders are on the line. Second 125 moto, dangerous to 5 as we focus in on Hagseth. Looks like Bogart. Aaron Barr in the gate is down. Let's see who gets that whole shack.
Oh, Tiger Lacey, a huge jump on Hagseth. We got Bogey, and look at that, Nicky Dunn in 4th place.
KTM pilot Nicky Dunn turned some heads in the 125 West. A great start for Tiger Lacey, Brian. Why is he getting that good jump?
Timing, and he's a very lightweight individual, so that has a little bit, power to weight ratio, but really it's his timing, as we've got Aaron Barr up on Nicky Dunn, number 73, Riverside Yamaha.
Aaron Barr in 5th place, but how about Marty Madsen, number 981 in 3rd? That guy's got a great start.
Madsen plagued with injury, finds himself in a solid 3rd. We didn't see him get by Dunn, but he looks really comfortable up front.
Lacey and Hagseth opening up the gap on Madsen, who steps up into that left-hander. Tricky part of the track, Brian. Very very slippery. Let's see the line that Dunn takes. Looks like he's going to swing wide. No, he wants to go inside, but Madsen is on the gas. Are you surprised at how many Yamahas are up front here?
Oh, not really. They've got the torque on the True Strokes, a real popular bike in this class. KTM, though, with Dunn, that's a very fast motorcycle.
Good start for Aaron Barr. Looks like Rusty Holland is in the mix as Dunn goes through the whoops. This guy knows the whoops. Holy mackerel, is he on the pipe.
Oh, man, he's in another, looks like a gear high on Madsen there through the big sweeper under the tunnel. Now we've got Hagset. He's pressuring Lacey again for the lead mark.
Brian, love that Coors Light corner. High bank, a lot of line choices. Great place to pass. Aaron Barr now up on Nicky Dunn as he moves into third place.
Barr just skyrockets past Dunn. Barr riding unbelievably well. He was, struggling last year, and he's really making a good name for him and his new team, Riverside Yamaha.
Rusty Holland and Charlie Bogart get in the mix. Oh, and Dunn goes down as he gets caught in the hay bale cover.
Oh, wrestling with a hay bale. Dunn's not going to be happy with that. He's been having the ride of his life. Look at this. We've got our star, number one rider, Brad Hagsap, as look at the disgust in Dunn's face. He's going to refire that KTM.
Disgust is right. That's the kind of stuff you just hate when you're putting on a good charge. As Hagsap makes up tons of ground on Lacey, coming through the whoops. Let's just see the lines. Hagsap just lost his number plate. Brian checks it off too. Unbelievable. What happened there?
Oh, bolt fell out there. There's one bolt. Goes on the Yamaha. Must have backed out. We've got Holland. He's all over Barr. This is for position as Bogart slips through out of nowhere, Mark.
Charlie Bogart riding very aggressive on this track. Knifes it on the inside. That's the way you have to make passes. Look at this. Brad Hagsap. I tell you what, is he pressuring him? He's giving him fits. He's showing him his wheel everywhere he goes. Looks to me like he's just waiting for that right moment to make the pass, Brian.
He's in stalking mode, no question. Outside, inside. Tiger, no stranger to danger, closes the door. Both arena cross specialists.
I love the way that Tiger Lacey's holding off the charge of Hagsap, though. He's giving him room, but he's just not letting him by. Dusty Klatt back through the whoops. Is he going to make it up on Aaron Barr? Sure he is. Dusty Klatt. I mean, this guy knows this track. Excellent pass in the whoops.
Klatt proving his worth to Kawasaki Canada and Richmond Racing. Hagsap not giving Tiger a second to breathe.
He is not giving him anywhere to go. Inside, outside. Lacey, though, great defense. He's not looking back, or at least we haven't seen that yet, Brian. Through the whoops. Hagsap with some great positioning on the saddle. Both the boys on 250S on the pipe. Does Hagsap have him? No way. Tiger Lacey, this is the best I've ever seen this boy ride. He's on that four-stroke. Look at Hagsap, though. Determined on the inside. Does he have the line of choice? He sure does. Brushes Lacey wide, makes the pass, takes the lead.
Talk about neck and neck. That was just positioning on the track. He just evolved into the inside, had the advantage. Tiger, though, still on the gas. He does not want to lose to Hagsap.
Brian, we talk about it all the time, line choice. I love the way that Hagsap went inside, made the pass, as Bogart moves into third. This guy's tenacious.
He's awesome jumping into the whoops. He just flies at Suzuki about a whoop or two further than anyone. Hagsap seemingly in control here. Now run away. Gotta like that from him. Oh, Bogey off the track, off the whoops.
That puts Klatt into third place. Bogey back to fifth with the bobble. Let's go to Goldie in Mechanics Row.
We're down here trackside with Dan. Dan, your rider Aaron Barr is on the gas. He's in fourth place. Is this what you expected of him this weekend?
I actually figured if Aaron gets a good start, he'd have the talent to kind of hang up there. So first time he's done this with a good start at a national. So we'll see how it fares out.
Aaron Barr with a nice line out of the whoops through the sweeper as Rusty Holland has got a problem here now with Bogart. After the bobble, Holland inside. Bogart in a huge way goes outside and makes the pass.
Outmaneuvers him from the outside. We've seen many passes in that corner. Bogey just put a whole new wrinkle to it, though, by passing from the outside, taking the line away from Holland as our champ takes a white flag last lap.
That's it. Hagsap last lap honors. Look at this little battle. Barr, Fasciati, and Holland. Fasciati and Holland through the whoops. Bobbling a little bit is Holland, but look at Fasciati on the gas line. Oh my, did you see Fasciati on the inside?
899 Fasciati, 14-year-old teammate of Rusty Holland's making his presence known.
Holland with some very offensive lines out there as we make our way ahead to leader number one, Brad Hagsap, taking that left-hander and getting ready to double in for the clean sweep in the Harbor City Motorsports finish line.
Hey, we're here with the winner, Brad Hagsap, again with the second moto. Brad, how do you feel out there? I mean, you look even stronger on the 250F, I think, than last year.
I feel really good. The bike's working good. Pacific Yamaha's behind me a bunch, and I'm just having fun. I'm staying relaxed and just trying to ride my best every time I go out there.
Yeah, I think Hagsap's got it dialed in. 250F takes the clean sweep. How about Klatt in third, Fasciati in sixth, Sutherland in ninth, and Taylor in 10th.
Tiger Lacey, two awesome hole shots. What do you got to do to beat Hagsap?
I just gotta smooth out a little more. I think I was spinning the tire a little too much out there, and he was just smoother in all the turns, you know. Just mainly just work on that, I think.
Arguably one of the fastest riders in that moto, Dusty Klatt. Dusty, you got a horrible start, charged all the way from start to finish, ended up third on the podium. You got to be stoked with that.
Yeah, I know that was a wicked ride. I was about 20th off that gate. I worked my hardest all the way to the end and got a third, and I'm really, really happy about that.
All right, boys, Simon Homans is on the line. Final 250 coming up. Don't you go anywhere.
Yeah, you know, my winter season was awesome down in the States. I got a wicked ride with Richmond Tough Racing Pro Circuit Kawasaki, and we ended up pretty good. I ended up getting second overall in the Arena Cross Series and won the Dash for Cash. So, you know, I've just been training real hard and want to go out there this year and hopefully put my Richmond Racing Pro Circuit Fox Kawasaki up on the top of the podium.
Okay, Brian, final moto of the day. This is the 250s, the big dogs. Good shot of Waugh, Israel, Lange, Bogart as dangerous. Don Davidson goes 30.
You can see all the nervous twitches on the line. This is a concrete start pad. These guys are doing burnouts to get their tires up to temp as Don goes to 5.
Let's look for the gate goes down. Clean start right now, Brian. Let's see who gets that whole shot.
Looks like a pair of Yamahas. That's Chad Pedersen with the lead. Machine Mike Island. Lance Smale got to go to... Oh, Phil Lawrence way back.
I saw DeHaan up in the mix, so good start for him as well. And the Kawasaki, number 3, Darcy Lange. Looks like he's in 3rd place right now.
Pedersen in control of this moto. Pacific Yamaha. Looks like Brad Hagset's in the mix. He's got a great start, as our pencil cam shows this huge field funneling through on lap 1.
Great rhythm section as the boys are flying through in formation. Awesome lines in there. As we move our way up to the front, it looks like Lange is going to go inside and take care of Island. Looks like he's in 2nd place. Of course, now Lange is in 2nd. Lance Smale moving up on Island, goes outside. Look at the way that 4-banger is hooking up as he drops down into the bowl and takes 3rd.
Oh, beautiful leg work for Smale. Takes Island. He's riding that 450 KTM beautifully. There's our battle, though. Island not giving up. Look at the air Island gets on that Yamaha 2-stroke.
The Machine Racing pilot Island, number 33, with a great line. He goes outside. Smale maintaining the line, though. He is in 3rd. Hanks at your right is in 5th. Look at Island. He's charging hard.
Island trying to get back 3rd place from Smale. Ride great. Little footnote here. We had 2 2-strokes whole shot this moto, Mark.
You know, sometimes, Brian, you think 4, you think 2. They're doing well today. Look at Hagset losing a little traction. Back to our leaders. Pedersen in 1st. Lange, Smale, Island, Hagset, Lockhart, Israel. The boys are up there, Brian.
Dubé, DeHaan. Look at there goes Mesley and Morgan. Unbelievable. This is great racing.
Brian, the lead has changed. Did you see that? Lange went inside on Pedersen. He takes over the lead. Look at this guy ride this track.
The crowd absolutely going berserk here for Darcy. Beautiful pass.
Lange out in front now with some clean air. Let's see if Pedersen can stay with Lange right now, Brian.
Well, Pedersen hasn't been riding a whole lot lately, so I think he faded a bit the first one, but he is very smooth, showing a great choice for Bill McLean and Pacific Yamaha.
Yeah, he's a good starter. There's no question about it. Both motos up in front. But look at this. Lance Smale on the inside. Freight training a little bit. No. Brushes Pedersen wide. Smale moves into 2nd with a great pass.
What a stylish pass for Smale. He deserved that. He set him up perfectly. We saw Darcy take Lockhart there in Moto 1. Here it is again. Smale comes around off the little double. He's on the inside of Pedersen. Pedersen looking good, though, to go for the inside line, but completely misses the berm and opens the door for Smale. Smale nicely tucks that KTM up in the berms, got the drive. See you later, Chad. We'll catch you next moto.
Yeah, nice clean pass for Smale, but I think Pedersen left the door open a little bit there. Smale took advantage of it. Look at the talent crossing the finish line to end lap 2. John Sebastian Waugh coming through the whoops. We've got Island and Israel. Look at this, the boys are on the throttle. Great line for Waugh. Island and Waugh going head-to-head through the sweeper. Island on the inside, Waugh looking good on the outside. Is he going to cross over? Waugh crossing over, takes Island. Look at that pass, Brian. I love that corner.
Waugh will not be denied by Mike Island, proving why he's our #1 rider, Mark. Just digging this Nanaimo circuit.
Definitely, and it's all about line choice there. He got that inside line, makes the pass. We're back with our pair of Pacific boys. That's Hagset and Pedersen. Nice left-hander, nice line up there for Pedersen.
We've got Israel down. Looked like he was stumbling. He's looking at his back wheel.
Maybe a flat. We've seen it happen before. Okay, Lange out in front, Smale in 2nd as we move back to Hagset, Pedersen, and Dubé in 5th.
Diablo's Dubé, whole shot our first moto, looking strong. Oh my goodness, did you see Waugh slide through there?
On the gas in a big way. Mike Island now has his hands full with Lockhart as they drop down into the bowl. 4-stroke against 2-stroke.
great line for Lockhart.
Lockhart's showing some strength this year in the opening round. He was our top finishing privateer last year in the 250s, earning number 16, and he takes Island cleanly.
Ryan, if Lockhart continues to get good starts, this kid could finish in the top 10. I would love to see that. Mesley in the mix. Let's go trackside. Goldie.
I'm down here with Jeremiah, Israel. Jeremiah, can you tell us what happened?
Well, I was like in fourth or fifth. I got a pretty bad start, but I was walking my way up there, and I got a flat tire like in my second lap, so it went all the way flat, and there's no way you can ride this track with a flat tire. So.
The Blackfoot boys having some problems with the tire change, Brian.
Israel down and out. He's going to be a lap down as Waugh moves in on Pedersen. Dubé's there. Look at this three-pack into the whoops.
Brian, love the way that Waugh set up Pedersen for the pass. A very experienced move. We've been seeing it all day long in that corner.
Waugh's a master. What can you say? So much experience, so much talent. Dubé, though, that big 450, he's a two-time Canadian champion. These two are arch rivals and friends off the track.
Well, Brian, anytime you see champions battle it out on the track, you know you're going to get good racing. Here's Mesley working up on Lockhart. Looks like they're going high. Another bike in there. Morgan out of nowhere gets by Mesley. What a charge.
Morgan steals 9 from Mesley. He's got Lockhart's in his sights now. Blair, one of the fastest men on the track. Look at this through the sweeper. Under the bridge. Can he get him here, Mark? And he does on the inside.
It looked like Lockhart drifted wide, got into a rough part of that track. Morgan, the smoother line, was able to make the pass. Back with Dubé and Waugh. Oh, Waugh rails the berm. Is he going to make it inside on Dubé? Foot out. I love the way he dabs in the way. Dubé holding onto it. Look at the way these guys are styling. Working the lines, Brian. Always working the line.
Great battle there as Mesley moves up on Lockhart. Around the outside, that's where Mesley and Israel kind of had their moment in the first moto, and Mesley takes a nice clean pass on Lockhart.
Just shows how if you can carry your speed through a corner, Brian, you're going to be able to make that pass. Mesley did exactly that as he was railing that berm. Back with Waugh and Dubé. Look at this Waugh on the inside. Oh, loses traction on that slippery surface. Dubé with the four-banger maintains the drive.
Well, you can tell Waugh's really trying hard here. Going sideways, he's on the gas early. Dubé confident as ever as our battle for the lead is starting to look interesting.
Smale has made it all up on Lange. Very interesting because right now Darcy Lange has not got a wheel wrong on this track, and Smale's been able to catch up to him.
Darcy's just taking all the good lines. Look at this, Fisher pushing his bike off the track. Done.
Problem for that Coors Light Racing Suzuki pilot, number 20, Derek Fisher. Hagseth now has got his hands full of Dubé as they come in. Dubé just loses the front end. We've talked about how slippery this track is. Waugh gets by. He's got problems.
Wow, Dubé actually put some real estate between himself and Waugh, and just you can see his front end come out early. He really got on the gas hard. You can see the shiny parts of this track, very slippery, as our boy Lockhart and Factory Phil Lawrence are having their own little battle.
Again, we talked about getting that outside drive. Lockhart was on the gas rail in the berm, made it by Factory Phil Lawrence. Now Lawrence on the inside. Lockhart with some good drive. He's maintaining his line. Looks like Lockhart drifts a little wide. Lawrence on the inside with a great pass.
Lawrence showing his experience, gets the retaliation pass coming into the closing stages. Waugh now moves into third by Hagseth.
Yeah, he was behind Hagseth when Dubé went down, so he must have passed him in that top section. Now with Dubé going down, Morgan has made it all up. Morgan is now in sixth.
This is an epic battle here. These two are not on each other's Christmas list, I'll tell you that much. Both two-time Canadian champions. A real rivalry going on as our young rider, Klatt, showed some on the 125s, takes Bogart here in this last 250 moto.
Dusty Klatt riding both the 250s and the 125 West. Okay, we're back with Morgan and Dubé. Dubé swings a little wide. Morgan on the inside makes a great pass. That's the same corner that Waugh got by him.
Both feet off the pegs for Dubé. Really got it wrong. Waugh now. Hagseth gets Waugh back. Waugh must have had a problem in the back section. Hagseth sitting in third now.
Okay, so Hagseth in third, Waugh in fourth. Here we go, Morgan and Dubé. Going up on that back double section, it's a bit of a rhythm piece. Morgan moves ahead of Dubé. Excellent line for Marco Dubé, but he doesn't have it around Morgan. Where is Morgan? Oh, where is he going? Dubé on the inside makes the pass.
Morgan in left field totally leaves the door open for Dubé. Dubé's far too experienced for that. Takes a position back. Last lap, Darcy Lange in control.
I have no idea where Morgan was going. He looked like he was going to go for an enduro ride off the track. Okay, back to Hagseth and Waugh. This is the battle for third. Podium position, final moto. They get their last lap flag. Hagseth goes slow. He blocks Waugh's approach into the whoops. Nice line for Hagseth. I like that defense. Look at John Sebastian Waugh powering through the whoops. Takes Hagseth, moves into
into third place, Brian.
What a great pass. Watt just wants to get it over with early and does. Here we are. You see the white flag waving. I think Hagsath thinks that Watt's going to the inside. He just out-jumps him by a good bike length and a half on the outside. Look at this. Look at the punishment Watt's taken through the whoops. Hagsath with his head down doing all he can. Watt's taken third place and the final podium position.
Great pass by Watt with Lange on his final approach. Getting ready to double in and take the checker flag. Harbor City Motorsports finish line.
Hometown hero Darcy Lange pulls off 2 moto wins in the 250 class. Unbelievable. Darcy, talk us through it.
You know, I can't say enough for my Richmond Pro Circuit, Fox, Garnet, Maxxis Tire, Kawasaki. It's working unbelievable out there. You know, I got off to a great start that time. I think I was third and picked off a couple of guys, got into the lead, and just rode my own race. You know, I felt Lance behind me. He was riding awesome, and just I kept getting stronger and stronger as the motor went. And you know, I'm glad to be here, and thank my mechanic Ian Woods. He's doing an awesome job, and all the fans out there cheering me on. It's awesome they come out here and.
What a moto! Lange takes the clean sweep. Smale in second. How about Dubé in fifth? DeHaan, Mesley, and Lawrence rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, the bike was really good. You know, I was just trying really hard, and there were times I was over revving it, spinning on the hard pack underneath. You know, this track has some tricky slick sections, some rocks, and some good dirt thrown in. So you've got a mix of everything, and it was just a matter of getting used to everything and making it happen.
Oof, deja vu. We've seen this before. Lange with a clean sweep in Nanaimo.
Here with John Sebastian Watt, defending #1 champion. Third place here today in Nanaimo. You fought a tough motor today. It looked like it was a little hard for you. I saw you go down there. Give us your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I got a 2 good start probably in the top 10, and it's a really fast track. It's hard to make up time, so the start was really important. And then you know, trying to push a bit too hard, I lost the front end and land on my head. So I lost a bit of probably 10 seconds, and then these guys were gone. But it was a tough day. I knew it was going to be tough. Darcy, I knew he was gonna ride pretty good. And then Lance really surprised us by pulling a second overall. So, but, you know, there's 7 more rounds, 14 more moto. I'll be back next weekend.
125 overalls. Hagsath takes a clean sweep. Lacey and Klatt round out the top 3. Newcomer Bogart shows well, but Holland with his rear wheel failure in the first moto salvages 5th. Moving into the 250s, Lange with the clean sweep. Smale and Watt tied in points. Blair Morgan showing well. Newcomers Pedersen and Lawrence. Mesley takes 9th.